This episode includes a guided meditation. If you are driving, please be mindful and do not listen to this meditation while you are doing so. Always make sure to listen when you are in a safe environment where you can be relaxed and comfortable. Thank you. Welcome to Ask, Learn, Heal, a podcast to support wellness through energy healing, crystal healing, self-care, and guided meditations. I'm your host, Maryjo. I'm Maryjo, and in this episode, I'm going to talk about how you can learn to integrate the healing properties of gemstones and crystals and the elemental energies with which they resonate to be able to really support healing, whether it's body, mind, or emotion or spirit. And so when I'm talking about the elemental energies, I am talking about earth, fire, water, wind, and storm. Now, I have previous episodes that talk about the elements. And so if you haven't had a chance to listen to that episode, I would really encourage you to do so because it'll give you some good foundation as to what I am talking about when I'm talking about these 5 specific elements that I work with within this system of elements. I also have several episodes that touch in on various types of gemstones. So again, if you haven't taken a listen to those, go ahead and do so. I have selected 5 specific stones to talk with today and work with today that connect up with and resonate with the various elements. And so the more you can learn about the elemental properties, the more you can learn about the elements in general, and the more you can learn about gemstones and crystals, it's just going to give you a much broader selection to choose from as you are working with the healing issues that are arising for you. So each gemstone or crystal, we are aware, has a really unique energy signature. Its vibrational properties vary widely. And so, for example, if we're talking about clear quartz, there is an overarching sense of the properties that quartz has, the elemental properties that resonate with quartz. And also, I will add that the specific piece of quartz that you may be working with at any particular time is also going to have a very subtle nuance that's specific for that particular piece. So keep that in mind as you're working with gemstones and crystals. You may have a wide collection of them already. Maybe perhaps you're just getting your feet wet, so to speak. Recognize that there will be times where you have 2 specific stones that are the same type of stone, but they bring you different effects because they are essentially different in some format energetically. So because each stone offers a unique role in balancing the chakras and energy field, and each of the elements do as well, we're going to take a look at them, and I have selected 5 specific stones that I think would be really helpful for us to work with today. You don't have to have the stone visibly with you, although as I talk about the stones that I've selected, it may be that you have one or more of these with you or in your home, and so you can always, of course, work with them more intentionally. Before we go too far, I always think it's important to help us all remember that as humans, we go in and out of balance many, many times throughout the day. That's normal. We're supposed to have our energy field fluctuating. And so with that in mind, I think it's great to have a variety of stones and a wide understanding of how they can work with you to support healing. So again, the intentions you have for your healing with that particular stone, bringing in the elemental properties that we're going to be discussing can be really, really helpful and bring your energy field back into alignment. So the stones that I want to work with and talk with you today are very, very strong stones that align with the various elements. Some stones do resonate with one or more of the elements, and some are a little bit more unique to just one. And so as we move through this, I will let you know if there is a little bit of stepping into both lanes, so to speak, or 2 or 3 lanes, but I have tried to narrow it down so that the stones we are addressing are specific for each of the elements. So today I want to talk with you about earth. It's this grounding and stabilizing energy. We need it to support all of our health, and particularly when it comes to our physical body and how we show up in the physical world. Today I want to talk with you about ruby. Ruby is a form of corundum which has a hardness of 9 on the Mohs hardness scale. So it's a very, very strong stone, hard stone. And anytime corundum shows up red, it's known as ruby. And if it shows up in any other color, if it presents in any other hue, it is known as sapphire. I love ruby. It's very earth. There is no water, wind, or fire or storm within ruby. It is earth, and it has this real strong reminder of this vital life force energy that comes from deep within the earth and helps to boost our energy. It really helps connect into our energetics so that we have the physical energy to function. And so we are going to be working with ruby today. We're also going to be working with a fire element stone known as malachite. Now, fire is about all this kind of this heat, this creativity, this kind of moving forward and manifesting. And malachite is this beautiful, gorgeous, I would say, green stone that's formed by the weathering of copper. So it's got lots of anti-inflammatory properties because copper is very anti-inflammatory. Malachite is a strong firestone. It helps to support the second and third chakras. It helps to open the heart into that kind of empowered, compassionate place where we want to step out into and live in our lives. The water element is a wonderful stone to help support nurturing and healing of the emotional body, allowing what's arising to shift and clear, sometimes gently, sometimes a little bit more like you're in the middle of a whitewater rafting or up against the surf. So again, if you haven't listened to the episode that I've shared previously about the elements, I would really encourage you to do so. I think you'll find some really interesting insights about how to work with all of these various elements. And for the water element, I want to today have us work with blue lace agate. Blue lace agate is formed by a variation of quartz, and it's when we have these kind of banded and layered qualities of chalcedony and white quartz that we get this really beautiful banded blue lace agate that's so supportive of the emotions and for bringing in a calmness and a centeredness and an ability to be at peace. So that's going to be the stone we're working with today when we are working with water. The wind element is about inspiration. It is about being clear. It is about being able to open our mind so that those higher spiritual insights are able to drop down more readily into our higher mind and then slowly emerge at a conscious level. We'll be working with selenite, which is this very soft stone. So I talked about the ruby being a number 9. Well, selenite's number 2. It's very, very soft. It has this wonderful ability to connect up with those really high upper chakras, the brow chakra, the crown chakra at the top of the head, and even some of the energy centers even higher up off the body, drawing down, opening up so that we can receive that spiritual insight. So when we think of wind, wind certainly can blow and shake loose lots of branches and leaves from a tree. Yet it also has this ability to kind of cool and clear out, and that's what we're looking for with wind, and the selenite is a very gentle stone to help with that. Then we come to storm element. Now the storm element is not an element per se. However, it really does present itself when all the other elements of earth, fire, water, and wind, when they're all dynamically balanced, we get storm. And storm is about transformation. It is about really clearing out the house, so to speak. And yet, when we have a storm going on around us, if we're in the center or the eye of that storm, it's completely calm. It is completely at peace. And that's the beauty of storm element. So as we're working with storm, there's definitely transformation moving through. And there's also always the knowing and the opportunity and the invitation to be still right in the center and allow that to take place. To work with storm element, I am bringing forth today Tibetan Quartz. Now, Tibetan Quartz is a form of silicon dioxide, and that is a highly prevalent mineral found throughout the world. The Tibetan Quartz is unique in my experience that it does carry a more, in some ways, a more reverent, more spiritual energy. That's been my experience. And so when we're working with storm today, I want to invite in the Tibetan Quartz to help hold us with the work that we're doing during the guided meditation to be able to be very mindful of the spiritual nature of healing. So keep that in mind as we're moving into the meditation, working with ruby and malachite, blue lace agate, selenite, and the Tibetan Quartz, allowing each of those stones to be able to bring forth their own healing properties, as well as bringing forth the elemental properties with which they resonate. So now we're going to be shifting into the meditation. Please keep in mind that if you are driving, I would ask you to please pause this recording, listen to the meditation when you are in a place that is safe and appropriate for you to do so. So begin by slowly and gently bringing your awareness to your breath. Simply drawing in and releasing out. Breathing in and allowing whatever is ready to be released to do so very gently. And during this meditation, we will be working with the healing energies of ruby and malachite, blue lace agate, selenite, and Tibetan quartz. And if you have those with you, that's beautiful. And if you don't, that is equally beautiful. For we are calling forth their healing properties and the resonance of the elements to support the healing. So now bring your awareness to your heart. Simply helping you to focus on your breath. And bring your awareness to the very base of your spine at your tailbone. And imagine at your feet is a place where the earth energy enters in. And at that point, you have a piece of ruby that is resonating with those deep earth element energies and drawing forth vital life force and directing it into the very base of your spine, into that root chakra. And feel these energies and sense these energies as they move through your bones, throughout your physical body, shifting and clearing and balancing and releasing any blocked energies or imbalances that are presenting in your physical body. And allow those to gently release with each breath. And now bring your awareness to your lower abdomen and your upper abdomen. Those areas of your second and your third chakras, those are the energy centers that are very fiery, creative, manifesting, empowering. And sense a piece of malachite, this beautiful green stone of empowerment, supporting that second and third chakra, balancing out those fire energies. Touching into your nervous system, which is associated with fire. Allowing your belly to begin to warm up. And now bring your awareness to your heart and to your throat. Allowing this soothing and clearing energy to allow whatever is being released to be released, and see within that heart and throat space blue lace agate, bringing a calmness to your emotions and a releasing and relaxing and a gentleness to your communication. Allowing these properties of water and the calmness of the blue lace agate to support your heart and your throat. And now bring your awareness to your head, to your brow, and to the top of your head, where that inspirational gift of wind moves through, bringing clarity and insight. And envision and sense selenite being within that space, helping to clear out confusion and cluttered thoughts, perhaps a sense of spaciness. Allowing that clarity of spirit to drop into your head. And now, at the top of your head, above your head, several inches, envision a piece of Tibetan quartz, this beautiful, spiritual, transformative energy, bringing in storm that clears away the clutter, washes it away, burns it away, blows it away. The earths tremble when storm presents, knowing that this Tibetan quartz is connecting you with the highest spiritual energies, and allowing those energies to move throughout your energy field to help clear and transform you. Bring your awareness once again to the base of your spine and sense the ruby, drawing the earth energy up. And in your abdomen, become aware of the malachite and fire, transforming through creativity and manifestation and empowerment. Bringing your awareness to your heart and throat, where the blue lace agate washes away and heals emotions. And moving into your head with the selenite, supporting the clarity and the insight. And now, very slowly, once again, bring your awareness back to your breath. And starting above your head, allow the Tibetan Quartz to simply dissolve, and the selenite dissolve, and the blue lace agate, and the malachite, and the ruby to simply dissolve back into the energetics. Offer gratitude for the healing that you've experienced, the balancing of your chakras, the clearing of your energy field. And now begin to bring your awareness slowly back into present moment, beginning to gently wiggle your fingers and move your hands, becoming more aware of your surroundings. Feel the weight of your body. And slowly open your eyes. So I have a couple of questions that I want you to begin to ponder and to sit with, perhaps explore through journaling or more work with your stones or with the elements. And the first question would be, what was that experience like for you? If you had the stone with you, what was that like? If you didn't have the stone with you, what did you notice? We don't, again, have to have the stone physically present to call forth the properties. So that's why I like these types of meditations where we are able to stretch out of this sense of we need to have something with us in order to make this work. And it's not about that. It's simply about calling forth the healing need, setting the intention, and opening and inviting a vast and immeasurable number of guides and beings and energies to support the healing. Something I'd like you to think about, especially in the days to come, is, are you noticing shifting and changes? And if so, what are they? These nuances are going to continue to present themselves, particularly in the next day or two. So pay attention to whatever is arising in those following days, because that's the nature of crystal healing, of gemstone healing, is that those shifts are going to continue to heal over time. We don't need to make this complicated. There's a part of us that thinks we do need to make it complicated and that we can't move forward if we don't have all of our ducks in a row. I would say that this is a beautiful process to remember that we have stones to work with, we have elements to work with, And some of those help address physical issues, and some of those help calm our nerves and relax our emotions and invite us to be more empowered and more actively engaged in life. So as you learn more about the elements and you learn more about how to work with gemstones and crystals, you will find that you have some wonderful allies to be able to support you in your work. So just before I wrap up this episode, I do want to take just a minute to tell you how you can continue to learn more and get your questions answered. So first of all, you can always take a look at some of my other episodes here on my podcast channel. You can also take a look at my YouTube channel. The links for all of these are below in the text of this episode. I have a large number of videos that I have created to be able to really help support you. I have an online school that includes both free mini courses and in-depth crystal and energy healing courses, a Reiki course, as well as a crystal healer certification program. So if you really are sensing that you're wanting to move in this direction of deeper knowing, deeper understanding, and deeper engagement, there are ways that you can take a look at that. You can always visit my online shop and you can take a look at the various gemstones, not only those that I have available, but also use that as a reference point so that you can take a look at the stones that you may have at your home or that you carry with you, and you can learn more about their healing properties. And also, I would add, you can learn about how those elemental energies of earth, fire, water, wind, and storm are associated with the gemstones and crystals that you actually have available to you. So again, reach out to me, email, phone. You can chat right through my website. Perhaps a crystal healing session is what you are really sensing you'd like to explore. Go ahead, we can have conversations around that. So finally, I want to thank you again for joining me today. Feel free to reach out to me. I really do want to be able to help support the body, mind, spirit healing that you are doing. And for now, I simply wish you many blessings. Be well.